Is Coach Mel, and I used to be able to go live, but I guess I hadn't done it in so long until it's time to come back. And I had to go through the whole permissions thing again, which is fine. So I'm trying to do more on this platform, this social media platform, and I hadn't been doing it. So we're stepping into another area because, and I'm trying to get organized with that. But anyway, needless to say, I am here doing an energy reading today. I've been on TikTok and I've been on Facebook and of course Instagram. So I want to make it where all the social medias are getting used to seeing me. That's my next goal, is to form community. So I've been doing readings. I went live on um I was able to go live on TikTok for a minute, but then I did the video with my granddaughter. One time, first time ever doing a video with my granddaughter. And I guess they thought it was her page. And they sent me, the minute I posted, they sent me something saying that I didn't look like I was over 13 years old. I'm like, well, huh? And I had to go through this whole rigmarole of trying to prove that it was me. And I mean, literally, after all of the stuff that I went through to try to prove that it was me, they did it. I knew it was AI. AI cannot recognize anything, but it's okay. I'm fine with that. I'm on vacation mode, hence, you know, it will get better. But I've been looking forward to this. And then not only that, were the cards speaking yesterday, because the card that I pulled was the Two of Pentacles upside down. So it tells me basically that too many irons in the fire. You need to pull back, rest and relax, regroup, recharge. Um, don't overspend. And we're also in at the tail end of Mercury retrograde, so we still have to be careful with that piece of it, with signing contracts, with setting up appointments, with taking flights, all that, setting up your flight arrangements and whatever arrangements you're doing. So it's best to do it after, when Mercury retrogrades is when Mercury is going back. It's not stationary anymore. It's going back forward, and it's moving. So because what happens is all the electronics, if you have noticed, are all wonky, 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 wonky. So and it is showing everything that I've noticed. I mean, transactions are not working. On People are trying to make payments on things, and glitches, and things are being stalled. So I said, okay, let me just go ahead on and pull back and chill out, and just let whatever happens. And the ancestors have been talking to me about this anyway. The spirit guides, the spirit guides have been also doing the same thing, and I've been literally listening to the spirit talk to me. So okay, so tarot reading is what I do. Tarots, I do oracles. Basically, I call them energy readings because I feel that's what it is. Um, I do them general online, general readings online. But then if you're ready for a one-on-one, then you contact me, and I will try to remember eventually to leave all that information. I'm still getting back used to strict, processing everything, putting everything in order. So bear with me as I cross back over into this space and of doing and being, because I want to make sure that I'm organized and I'm not all over the place. Hence why the vacation. So this is also a space for me to get organized and see what I need to do and make sense of it. So when I start back, I'm not dizzy and discombobulated. Um, so again, today is a general tarot reading. I'm just gonna pull. I was supposed to. Well, initially I was going to pull from, and like I said, I do these also on TikTok. I used to do them live until I had to create a new page. So now I'm gonna have to work myself back up to getting 1,000 members, followers. I do it also on Facebook sometimes as well. But I'm starting over, which is okay because sometimes things happen for a reason. Maybe the group that I was with then weren't as interested as you all may be this time. Who knows? But I'm going to make it up in my mind to enjoy the adventure, have the experience, and just love life and live life. So I was initially going to call or pull from the Mythical Goddess Tarot cards. I may still do that if my spirit leads me to, but the more I'm hearing, spirit told me to pull from the Earth Warrior deck. Don't know why, but then again, my ancestors back here, if you see them, you know, um, they're when I went to light this candle, which is my road opener, my grandmother's are right there, and it fell. The picture fell down. I'm like, oh, okay, this is how we're doing it now. So, um, still learning how to share this out with everyone. Don't know how to do it yet, but it's okay. I'll figure it out later. Um, let me see. I don't know what that means. Okay, share. I figured it out, so I'm gonna share it and see if I get any hits. I'm gonna put it on my news feed. And let me see if I can share it one more spot, if it'll allow me to. If not, guess what I'm not gonna do? Worry about it. And it's not gonna allow me to do it there. That's fine. It's all good and dandy. You used to be able to share it on Instagram. I don't know what happened. But now it only allows me. Okay, fine. Never mind. Anyway, so again, this is just a general reading. I am gonna pull from the. Now that I'm hearing more, I am gonna pull from the Mythical Goddess Tarot. But the last card I'm gonna pull is gonna come from Earth Warriors, and I feel like these are our ancestors from beyond speaking to us. Generally, let me give you an explanation. What I do with my cards is I don't ask you what your questions are. I ask you to think of your own questions. Whatever your questions are, it's between you and the ancestors, you and your spirit guides, you and God, creator, source. I don't want to know the answers. I'm sorry, I don't want to know your questions. The only thing that I do is provide information to you. I am the medium from which, sometimes those of you who go to church, you get answers from prophets and prophetesses and seers and things like that. So, um, this is another way of doing that. It's nothing evil about it unless you deem it to be evil, unless you wish it to be evil, unless you are practicing evil in those areas, because everything that God does is good. It's us humans that make it evil. So try the spirit by the spirit. I know you've heard that. Try the fruit by the fruit. If you know that person's personality, you know they have no evil. But 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna be doing anything. All you have to do is sit back and observe. I tell people that all the time before you jump off the cliff. And I just did a video. Observe and think about it, because it takes a lot of work to pull yourself back up off the cliff. I'm just saying. Um, yes, I am a seer. My grandmother on my dad's side, my paternal grandmother was a seer. I found that out in my older age now, which was for me a big deal because it explains a lot of the things that I went through. I used to have happen to me um, on that side, my prophetic side. I used to be able to see things, dreams, premonitions. I'd get these feelings. I'm now starting to be able to channel a little bit. It comes through. It started in 2011, I believe, 10 or 11. And it was coming through like that. And it was like literally having an outer body experience. So I'm trying to give you a little bit about me. I mean, I know these are coming from my ancestors and definitely from my grandmother, my paternal grandmother. And I am starting to connect with her a lot more these days. She'd been quiet for a long time, and then one day she just popped up and just, you know, gave me this huge bit of confirmation. And then I spoke to someone who was a channeler as well, um, and I got messages from her, and I got messages from my dad, and the one from my dad. just broke me down in tears because it was something that I needed to hear from him because I had been holding on to something for so long. And to hear him say it just him saying those two words just was like, I understand. And I'm looking at, I wish I could show you this right now. I'm looking at, I have an incense lighted, one of my incense. And if you can see it, I want to see if I can flip it around right quick. The there it is. Hold on. If you see it really close, straight line, straight line. And that usually means that that's positive. That's a positive sign. I'm trying to get this to act right, but it's a positive sign if you look at it. It's a positive sign that the ancestors are with me. It's a positive sign that you're on the right track. You know, they hear me and they are with me, and this is the one thing in my life right now that I've been looking for. So I thought I'd show you that really quick. Okay, so now I'm going to go on to the general reading because I don't want to keep you long. And once I'm able to go live on TikTok, I'll be able to do this from several different phones. But at the same time, it is my goal right now to build community. I am a life coach, a holistic life coach and counselor. I am a few other things that you just, these are the capacities aspects that I walk in while I'm having this human experience here on the earth. Writer, author, working on my thesis and dissertation. That's going to be a minute. I have two books. First book is What the Hell, a Life Testimony. Second book is What the Hell, Her Rise from the Ashes, Rise Above the Ashes, Her Rise from the Ashes. They're both available on Amazon. I also have a healing journal, but I'm going to actually expound on that a lot more to help whoever does the journal so they can understand it a lot more and they can go deeper within themselves because sometimes healing is private. But you would have to, you need, sometimes you have to have that person to help you. For me, my healing pretty much was solo dolo. um I from coming out of a psych ward, attempting suicide twice, to literally going through a 12-step process of healing. Basically, I had my own dark night of the soul. And my healing, it was all on me. Literally, it was self-healing. And it wasn't until after I had went through a lot of it myself that I started going to school and start understanding the actual technical verbiage and wordage that I was already doing. And it was so amazing because I would be reading these books and I'm like, wait a minute, I went through that. I did that. Didn't know it. So it just lined up for me. And it was really a very cool experience to be able to understand what it was that I was doing for myself when I was going through it. And it was 20 years of a dark night of the soul. Your dark night of the soul can be however long or short it needs to be for you to heal. And so it's been a very good experience. So learning everything I needed to learn from all of my experiences here on earth in this lifetime. Um, and right now, especially, knowing everything that I was the only one that asked questions. The only one, I was the girl that in the family. Why? Why? Everything was a why for me. And so because of that, I learned things about both my grandmothers. I understood as much as I could about my mom's journey that I could get from certain family members that wanted to talk about the truth, the real, the honest to goodness real. So once I understood that, it helped me to understand what me and my siblings went through on both sides, and especially the women. Um, so this is my journey. It's a journey for women. The heart of a woman is one of my taglines. I don't take anything from a man because sometimes a woman can help a man. There's nothing wrong with that. There's an equal balance. There should be an equal balance of feminine and masculine divinity in all of us, and we have to embrace it. A lot of us women feel like I'm getting tired of being that part of me. I get that. But your assignment on this earth is what it's going to be, and it may require you to walk in that in this lifetime, because your last lifetime you may have walked in complete femininity, but this is the lifetime that you need to embrace your masculine. So that's probably why you're having to walk on that. So embrace where you are. Love on who you are. Be thankful. You never know what you went through in that past life. So yeah, I do tarot readings as well. I just said that earlier. So I am, again, I've talked enough. And if you want to get to know me more, just follow me on this page. Be sure to click that like button. Be sure to click that subscribe button, and be sure to share, because I want to help everyone. I want to help as many people as I can. I want to build community as well. Hopefully I'll get more and more people to be on these lives. Hopefully you'll view it, and not only just view it, but share it. And let's make this community happen, because I am nothing without you. We're all one together. This is not a linear lifestyle, even though we keep on trying to create or make it become one, or living it as one, like a linear. But no, it's not linear. We are all one. Whatever affects one affects the other, unbeknownst to a lot of us. So let's make it count, and let's heal, and let's walk in love and joy and peace, and let's enjoy the experience, good or bad. Anyway, on to the tarot reading. On to the reading. Let's just call it a reading. So, with that being said, I'm going to do a 3-card pull from the Mythical Goddess deck first. We're going to see what she has to say. And I have little hands. I say that. Okay, there's a card that just popped out. It's the pessimism, the wind. There's the word pessimism. It's backwards, of course, because it's a camera that's flipped around, but you see it. And you see the face. So you're looking at something. I got 2 more cards to go. So somewhere along the lines, during this time, we can't have, oh, second card just came out. Uh-oh. And the death card. So not only that, something is about to end. It's time for some things to end in your life. Something is about to end in your life. So that's another thing. Kali has spoken. One more card. And then I'm going to kind of give you an excerpt of what okay, card just jumped in my hand this time. This is the 3rd card. The moon. Based on everything that I just see right now. So knowing that we just had a full super blue moon this past Sunday, which means reflection. This is a time for literal, I mean, every moon is a time for reflection, but this super blue moon, and I'm thinking for some reason that color pulls up. Blue moon, we think sadness or whatever, but the blue moon, it's about some things that we need to release. And that's what this last moon we just had is about. It's a super blue moon, because again, with everything you hold, whatever you're holding on to when that blue moon comes, by the last 3 days that the full moon happens, whatever you're still carrying is going to keep carrying on in your life. Whatever you're still holding on to, bitterness, pain, anger, frustration, or the opposite, love, peace, harmony, joy, that's what you're going to continue. That's what's going to continue on in your life. So we have to be mindful of this, and we have to be mindful of this. This is the moon, and whatever's, the energy that we pulling on it from this past super moon, and also this pessimism. We cannot have this within us going into this new phase that we're going into, simply because that's the life we're going to continue in. If you think you have what you say, you have what you believe, you have what you think. So if that's not something that you want, it's up to you to change your mind. Trust and believe. I understand this simply because I just went through it. I wanted to hold on to something, and I didn't need to. And I had to go through the whole process of understanding why I was so adamant about holding on to that pain and that hurt. And the sad memory, because at the end of the memory, there's a positive that came out of it, you know. Um, and it came to me in a way that I was just like, oh wow, that reminded me of this. Instead of, just taking it for what it was and just finding something positive and laughing, I gripped onto it. I didn't want to let it go. And then Source was like, nope, not the time to do that. It's time to let this go. And I had to go through this process this week. I mean, literally, every time something like that happens, my question to this day is always, why is this happening for me, not happening to me? Because I have been on the 20-year journey plus now of healing that I've gone through, the major of it, the dark light of dark night of the soul, excuse me, plus healing that I'm doing now within my life, little seeds that come out here and there. It's deep, and you really just want to make sure that you're aware that when you hit those bumps in the road and those triggers, that instead of just running with it and jumping off the cliff and having no rope to bring you back up, that you have something to grab onto so you can pull yourself back up and you can figure out, okay, I understand this now, and you can let it go. You can peacefully let it go. And once you find out, why is this happening for me? Why did I have to go through this? What was the purpose? There's always a purpose for everything. Not to be angry at someone else, but to see how it is helping you to heal. How is it helping you to become a better you, not to wallow in it. And we wallowed in a lot. Sometimes we wallow in things we don't even realize we're wallowing in, because that's the only thing we know. But the thing about it is, that's not what the Creator wants us to know. The Creator does not want us to know. Well, He doesn't want the only thing He or she does not want us to know only pain. Hence this card. There are some things we need to let go of. Death doesn't mean the death of a person or the death of a life or the taking away of a life. It means letting go of something that no longer serves you anymore in this lifetime. So this is the card that's being pulled. Letting go of all of this pessimism. Look at that face. Look at the person on the steps like, oh, that was me. When this person came to me with something that was supposed to make me laugh, and instead I just decided to do this. That's not what we want to do. And the moon is here to help us release those things. The moon came so we could release those things, and I was right in the dead center of it when the moon came, dead center of it. So it was for me to get that information. Okay, that's the first pull. I'm going to put those to the side because I'm also going to post that on TikTok. So the next on the last card is a deep card. I never really pull these cards out unless I'm doing an actual one-on-one personal reading. And it's called Earth Warriors. If you look at that, they look like ancestors. They're spirit guides from the animals, our animal guides, our ancestors from beyond, they're out here looking for us. So I love those cards. These cards called to me when I just happened to be looking. I was looking for some actual tarot cards that would actually catch my attention, and I could never find any that really just was like, okay, these. Finally, I got some. So I have some Awakened tarot cards. And I got these just, in passing one day. So let's see. I don't really pull these out all the time because they're pretty much a huge reading. So I only read these during one-on-ones. But for some reason, spirit and ancestors, grandparents, grandmothers, grandmother elders told me to bring it out today and read a card. Okay. So I'm going to read a card. And then I'm going to go get some food to eat because I have not eaten and my energy is like kaput. But I think I needed it like that because sometimes when we fill ourselves up with food sustenance, we can't hear too clear. And I haven't had anything to eat. And I'm just drinking water right now. I had to drink it because I had to take my thyroid medication. But that's a necessity in order to function. So, but I want to make sure that I can hear clear. Or that I'm, in the right mindset, mind space. So I am I've already shuffled the cards, and I'm going to pull from the deck. And again, this is a long read. Hence, I don't do it. I only do it on one-on-one sessions. Again, I do general readings online, free cards. But if you actually want a reading, a personal reading, you can get in contact with me by emailing me at rebirthdimension@gmail.com. Or if you catch me on here and post something, and you can inbox me or say something or down below, and we'll try to connect that way. But yes, I'll put some more information in my description if it'll allow me once I get done. And we'll move forward like that. But again, this is beginning for me, so I'm just starting the community. So I can't wait to start getting more of a community. And thank you all for allowing me to be myself and embrace who I am and my personality as well. And I embrace you as well. So let's move forward. One more shuffle, and I'm going to go from the deck again. Let me see which card falls out, if it falls out at that, because this is another card deck. It's okay. This is the one. It just stuck in my hand. I haven't seen this card in a long time. I think this might have been one of the first cards that I pulled. Totemic Puma, Power Awakening. This is a beautiful card. Totemic Puma. You see it? You see, I want you to look at this card, and I want you to see everything that needs to be seen in it. And what do you catch? When you see the puma, what do you see? I see a butterfly that depicts life. I see flowers. I see love, people. That's a lot. Powerful awakening. So with that being said, let me get to the reading. And then once we're done with that, we will be done. I need my glasses. Oh my God. Because my eyes are saying, don't do this. Okay, so hold on really quick. Let me get my glasses. Oh, there they go. Found them. Here I go. I realize how hungry I was going to be. Okay, back to it. And here we go. Next time I'll have my glasses. Okay, so Totemic Puma, Power Awakening. And it says, I am Puma. I awaken within you with the vigorous energy, fierce power, and ability. I awaken within you the vigorous energy, fierce power, and ability to act without hesitation when the moment is right. That was good. I awaken within you the vigorous energy, fierce power, and ability to act without hesitation when the moment is right. My patience and strategy, my preparation and precision, my fearlessness and decisiveness are now your own. Allow my sacred medicine to fill your soul and bring courage to your heart. You have come into your power. So we get into the depth of the reading. And what does that say? You've got this. Don't let fear or hesitation hold you back. Apply yourself fully to the task. Let go of old ways of viewing yourself as incapable, scattered, or wasteful of energy. You have the ability to focus intently, to generate clear intention, and to achieve your ambitions through methodical steps and an applied will. You have the eternal resources you need for successful completion. Is anybody listening? Because I know I am. Even if no one else recognizes your potential and believes in your future success, in due course, they will understand differently. By then, you will already be moving on to your next task. Trust your sense of timing. Have patience. You will know when it is time to leap, and do it without hesitation. Your spiritual guidance. Puma moves through your soul as guardian and guide. When Puma appears, it is a significant sign that you have come into your power. Puma moves with stealth and silence, observing, being patient as she narrows her focus. She cultivates energy so that the correct amount of inner power for the outer action is there when needed. When she strikes, it is with precision and effectiveness. She doesn't waste energy. She She chooses her opportunities. I'm sorry. Hesitation is not in her nature. There is no time or energy for doubt and uncertainty when one is fully engaged in conscious participation in the moment. How many of us have done that? Doubted with uncertainty, hesitated, you know? So this is your time to say no more. You may wonder if this sounds much like you. Did I not just say that? You may consider yourself to be at least sometimes more of a doubter than one prone to fearlessness and certainty. Yet the soul medicine of Puma builds within us silently. We may not even realize that her power is there until all of a sudden, when it is needed, we act with unerring focus and unwavering commitment. We literally didn't know we had it in us until time came and an attitude of swift, unfailing responsiveness somehow rose up from within. You know what that feels like. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, I got to do this. And you don't even think about it. It's just not a second thought. Puma moves with stealth until the right moment to act is upon her. So she sticks a move. Have you ever seen a car with stealth? It just zoop, 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 zoop. She leaves, then she leaves her cover behind, and with unwavering focus, she strikes. You are guided by her to keep your motives, plans, and preparations out of public view. Whatever you're trying to do, you don't have to share it with the world. This is so for me. I'm learning to do this right now. Attend to your work. Become ready to be it rather than talk about it. Part of this medicine is strategy, planning, visualizing the end result. This requires simplicity and clarity. Even if the destiny you are seeking to manifest is big and bold, there will still be simple steps to take along the way. Puma is the huntress with singular focus. She goes after what is required in that moment, one step at a time, and thereby attains her goals. She strikes successfully because she works precisely. Take time to formulate your goals and go after them one by one with a sense of patience and calculating timing. Take charge of the situation by your willingness to be patient, to bide your time, to cultivate energy and courage. And trust your intuition to leap when you know the right moment is upon you. And I want to add something to that because my spirit is saying to add something to that. Enjoy the moment. It doesn't make any sense to be in something, planning and cultivating and biding your time if you're not actually in it mentally and emotionally in a positive manner. So find the peace and the joy and the love within anything that you're doing, and you know it's for purpose. Okay. Puma might bring us the power we need to step up into a new role. I had to make sure I said that. Seize control of a failing project, cut off a toxic situation in our lives, or cease unhelpful negative talk in your own mind. She indicates that a changing relationship with power is available to you now. If you have been repelled by negative uses of power by others or even yourself, recognize this and let it go. I just talked about something like that with the tarot card, with the other cards reading that I just did. Another big word, forgive. Give yourself the chance to open up to using your power in a safe and wise way. Know that you are smart enough to learn from what didn't honor you, know that you are smart enough to learn from what didn't honor you or your soul in the past. When you ask for great spirit to guide you from within your heart, your movements in the world shall benefit more than only yourself. This right use of power, again, this right use of power. Didn't I mention that? Some people take things and use it for wrong. So just because you see them doing it doesn't mean it's bad. It doesn't mean it's evil. The right use of divine will help you overcome your reluctance. The right use of power, surrendered and in service to the great power of the divine, will help you overcome your reluctance and lay claim to your will. You need your will to transform inspiration into action. The world truly needs this from you. Whatever it is that you dream of attaining or desire to do in the world, Puma arrives with this message. You have the power. Okay, here's your healing process. Find a comfortable place to relax. If you're listening to this, this is what I need you to do. Find a comfortable place to relax. Say aloud. Take a deep breath in first. Blow it out. Take another deep breath in. Blow it out. And say aloud, Puma, spirit of the sun, fire of the earth. You are fierceness and intelligent use of power, embodied in sacred feminine form. Your presence awakens the power within my soul, and I leave doubt and fear behind. I am patient. I am determined. I shall not be swayed from my purpose. Procrastination and hesitation are no longer part of my way. I embrace your gifts for the greatest good. With your certainty, I find my own conviction renewed. It is not a question of it, but a question of when. My spiritual attainment is inevitable. So be it. Now I'm going to read through this simple visualization slowly. And as I read it, I want you to feel the energy in the description, okay? With your eyes closed. Golden fur shimmering copper in the sunlight. Heat pulsing beneath the skin as waves of contained energy are ready to be channeled in clean action at the right moment. Lean and powerful muscle. Watchful, steady gaze. No thought or distraction. Just pure focus. The power rises within, and the moment to leap is here. Action. Aliveness. This medicine wisdom of bold aliveness without hesitation is within my own soul, and I claim it. You may now open your eyes whenever you're ready. Once you've heard this, you have completed your healing process. If you need to listen to this again, please do, and take your time with it. But as the Puma said, as your spirit guide has said, you are ready. You have come into your power. Own it. This is the reading for today. I love you all. Take care and be blessed, and I'll see you next time. Bye. As soon as I figure out how to end it. Okay.